What if I told you that Raw just made a signing so unexpected, so absolutely game-changing, that it could shift the entire balance of power on Monday nights? Adam Pearce didn't just sign another superstar. He didn't just add another name to the roster. No, no, no. What happened in that backstage office, what was put to paper just hours ago, is something that's going to send shockwaves through the entire WWE Universe. Royce Keys. That name might not mean everything to you right now, but trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why the signing has everyone from the locker room to the corporate offices talking. So buckle up, because we're about to break down everything you need to know about the newest member of Monday Night Raw. Let's rewind for just a second. Adam Pearce has been Raw's general manager through some of the most chaotic, unpredictable periods in recent WWE history. The man has dealt with everything from Seth Rollins' mind games to bloodline invasions to Drew McIntyre's relentless pursuit of championship gold. Pearce has seen it all, signed plenty of talent, made countless matches, and somehow managed to keep Monday nights running despite absolute mayhem breaking loose on a weekly basis. But here's the thing about Adam Pearce that people sometimes forget: the man has an eye for talent that can change the trajectory of an entire brand. When Pearce makes a signing, it's not just about filling a roster spot. It's strategic. It's calculated. It's about adding a piece to the puzzle that can elevate everyone around them. And that's exactly what Royce Keys represents. Now, for those who might not be familiar with Royce Keys, let me paint you a picture. This is someone who's been grinding, paying dues, and absolutely tearing it up everywhere they've competed. We're talking about a competitor with the kind of natural charisma that makes you stop scrolling through your phone and actually pay attention when they're on screen. The in-ring ability? Absolutely elite. We're talking crisp technical wrestling mixed with high-impact offense that leaves crowds on their feet. But here's what really sets Royce Keys apart, and this is crucial: they have that intangible factor, that special something you can't teach in the performance center. It's the ability to make people care. Whether you love them or hate them, you're going to have an opinion, and in this business, that's worth its weight in gold. The rumor mill has been churning for weeks now. Whispers in the back hallways. Speculation on social media. Wrestling insiders dropping cryptic hints that something big was brewing. Some people thought it was just internet fantasy booking. Others figured it was negotiation tactics to drive up contract value elsewhere. But Adam Pearce? He was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. While the WWE Universe was focused on upcoming pay-per-view matches and championship storylines, Pearce was quietly putting together a deal that would give Raw a legitimate difference-maker heading into the most crucial part of the year. Think about the timing here for a second. We're in that period where WrestleMania season is on the horizon, where storylines start taking shape that will carry us all the way to the grandest stage of them all. Raw's roster, while stacked with incredible talent, has been looking for that spark, that unexpected element that can create fresh matchups and rivalries we haven't seen before. SmackDown has been making moves, bringing in talent, building momentum. Triple H and the creative team understand that competition between brands isn't just good for business, it's essential for keeping the product exciting. So when Adam Pearce stepped up to make this signing official, he wasn't just thinking about next week's ratings, he was thinking about the next year of Monday Night Raw. Now let's talk about what Royce Keys brings to the table from a pure wrestling perspective, because this is where things get really interesting. In an era where WWE is showcasing some of the most diverse and talented in-ring performers in company history, you need to be able to hang with the absolute best. Royce Keys has proven time and time again that they can go hold for hold with technical wrestlers, they can brawl with the hard-hitting powerhouses, and they can match the high flyers move for move. That versatility is invaluable. It means that whether they're stepping into the ring with someone like Chad Gable who wants to put on a technical masterclass, or going toe-to-toe with a Bronson Reed who's looking to absolutely demolish opponents, Royce Keys can adapt and deliver. But let's get into the really fun part, the potential matchups and storylines. Close your eyes for a second and imagine Royce Keys standing across the ring from Seth Rollins. The visionary, the man who's been carrying Raw on his back for years, suddenly has a new challenger who isn't intimidated by his legacy or his mind games. Picture the promos. Seth doing what he does best, getting into his opponent's head with psychological warfare, talking about how he's seen hundreds of hungry young stars come and go, how he's outlasted them all. And then Royce Keys, with that fire in their eyes, responding not just with words but with action, showing Seth that this isn't just another ambitious newcomer, this is someone who's studied the game, learned from the best, and is ready to take what they believe is rightfully theirs. Or what about a collision course with Gunther? The ring general has been absolutely dominant, an unstoppable force who's redefined what it means to be a fighting champion in WWE. But every empire eventually faces a challenger who refuses to back down, who sees the throne and decides they're willing to go through hell to claim it. Royce Keys versus Gunther would be an absolute war, the kind of hard-hitting, physically punishing match that leaves both competitors changed forever. The chops echoing through the arena, the stiff strikes, the battle of wills as much as physical prowess. That's the kind of match that creates legends. And we can't ignore the potential dynamics with the existing locker room. Raw's roster is filled with established stars who've earned their positions through years of hard work and dedication. How are they going to react to this new signing? Some might see Royce Keys as a threat to their spot on the card. Others might see an opportunity for collaboration, for creating tag team combinations that could dominate the division. The locker room politics, the alliances that form and fracture, the subtle tensions that build, all of that adds layers to storytelling that make WWE so compelling week after week. Think about someone like Drew McIntyre, who's been fighting his way back to the top after setbacks and obstacles that would have broken lesser competitors. Drew understands what it takes to prove yourself in WWE, and he also understands what it's like to be underestimated. Would Drew see a bit of himself in Royce Keys and become a mentor figure? Or would that warrior spirit that drives Drew to be the absolute best make him see Royce as just another obstacle standing between him and championship gold? Either direction creates fascinating television. Adam Pearce's announcement didn't just come out of nowhere, though. Behind the scenes, negotiations had been ongoing. Pearce had to present his case to Triple H and the executive team, explaining why Royce Keys was worth the investment, why this signing would benefit Raw specifically. And here's what a lot of people don't realize about how WWE operates at the highest level: every decision is scrutinized. Every contract is evaluated not just on immediate impact but on long-term potential. Triple H, who's reshaped WWE creative into something that prioritizes in-ring excellence and coherent storytelling, would have wanted to know exactly how Royce Keys fit into the vision for Raw's future. Pearce, being the wrestling mind that he is, would have come prepared with answers. He would have shown footage of Royce Keys' best matches, highlighted their ability to connect with audiences, demonstrated their professionalism and work ethic. Because in modern WWE, talent alone isn't enough. You need someone who understands the responsibilities that come with being part of the biggest wrestling company in the world, someone who can represent the brand with dignity while also pushing creative boundaries in the ring. And Triple H, seeing that potential, seeing how Royce Keys could fit into long-term storylines and create fresh matchups with Raw's existing roster, gave the green light. That approval isn't given lightly. It represents confidence that this signing will pay dividends not just in the coming weeks, but in the coming years. Now, let's address the elephant in the room that some fans might be thinking about. What does this mean for everyone already on Raw? Wrestling is a competitive business, and roster spots, television time, and opportunities are finite resources that everyone's fighting for. When a new superstar gets signed with this kind of fanfare, with the general manager personally making the announcement, it sends a message to the locker room. It says that Raw is raising the bar, that complacency isn't acceptable, that everyone needs to elevate their game if they want to maintain their position. That internal competition, the drive to prove yourself against the best, that's what creates the magic we see on Monday nights. It pushes veterans to remind everyone why they earned their legendary status. It motivates the rising stars to work even harder, to find new ways to stand out in an increasingly crowded field. And it gives someone like Royce Keys the perfect environment to prove that the hype is real, that the potential everyone sees can be translated into memorable moments and classic matches. From a fan perspective, this signing represents something equally important: hope and excitement about the future. Wrestling fans are passionate about the product, and nothing energizes a fan base quite like the arrival of fresh talent who brings new energy to familiar dynamics. Social media has been absolutely exploding since the announcement dropped. You've got fans already fantasy booking dream matches, creating prediction videos about Royce Keys' first feuds, designing custom championship graphics, imagining what it would look like if they captured gold on Raw. That engagement, that organic excitement from the WWE Universe, is exactly what Adam Pearce was hoping to generate with this signing. Because at the end of the day, WWE is in the business of creating moments that fans will remember forever, matches that get talked about for years, storylines that people emotionally invest in. Royce Keys has the potential to be at the center of all of that, and Pearce knows it. But let's bring this back to the human element for a moment, because that's what makes wrestling so special. Behind every character, every persona we see on television, there's a real person who's dedicated their life to this art form. Royce Keys isn't just a name on a contract or a piece in Adam Pearce's strategic puzzle. This is someone who's dreamed of performing on WWE's biggest stages, who's put their body through punishment in training facilities and independent shows and developmental territories, all building toward this moment. The phone call from WWE saying they want to offer you a contract, the negotiation process, the moment you put pen to paper and make it official, these are life-changing experiences that represent years of sacrifice and dedication finally paying off. And now, Royce Keys gets to walk through that curtain onto the Raw stage, to hear the roar of the crowd, to look across the ring at superstars they've admired and studied, and to prove that they belong at this level. That journey from hopeful prospect to signed WWE superstar is one of the most compelling narratives in all of entertainment, and we're about to watch it unfold in real time. Adam Pearce, standing in his office with that contract bearing fresh signatures, knows that he's just set something in motion that's going to define Raw's landscape for months or even years to come. The general manager's job is never easy, balancing egos and ambitions in creative directions while trying to put together the best possible show for the fans every single Monday night. But when you make a signing this significant, when you bring in talent this promising, it makes the job a little bit easier because you've got another tool in your arsenal, another superstar who can deliver when the lights are brightest and the stakes are highest. So what happens next? That's the beautiful thing about WWE storytelling. We're about to find out together. Will Royce Keys make an immediate impact, coming out on Raw and making a statement that puts the entire roster on notice? Will there be a slow build, carefully introducing them to the WWE Universe, letting the character develop organically before pulling the trigger on a major feud? Will an established star step up immediately to test this newcomer, to see if the hype matches the reality? All of those possibilities are on the table, and that uncertainty, that anticipation of what could happen, that's what makes Monday nights must-see television. Adam Pearce has lit the fuse. Royce Keys is now officially part of Raw. And the WWE Universe is watching, waiting, ready to see if this signing lives up to its potential and delivers the kind of unforgettable moments that make us fall in love with professional wrestling over and over again. The landscape of Raw just changed. New possibilities just opened up. Fresh matchups are on the horizon. And somewhere in the locker room, superstars are looking at that announcement and thinking about what it means for their own paths, their own ambitions, their own legacies. Because that's the thing about wrestling, one signing, one new piece added to the puzzle, can create a ripple effect that touches everything and everyone. Adam Pearce just announced the signing of Royce Keys to Raw, and trust me when I tell you, this is only the beginning of the story. The chapters that are about to be written, the matches that are about to take place, the rivalries that are about to develop, all of it starts with this moment, with this decision, with this contract being signed and filed and made official. So to the WWE Universe out there watching this video, I want to hear from you in the comments. Who do you want to see Royce Keys face first on Raw? What kind of storylines are you hoping for? Are you as excited about this signing as I am? Drop your thoughts below, smash the like button if you're hyped for what's coming to Monday nights, and make sure you're subscribed because we're going to be covering every single development in Royce Keys' Raw journey as it happens. This is just the beginning, and something tells me we're all in for one incredible ride. Monday Night Raw just got a whole lot more interesting, and I cannot wait to see what happens next.